In this video, we are going to be looking at the communitarian critique of Rawls. Rawls is criticized by mainly two ideologies. The first one is the communitarians and the second one are the libertarians. The communitarian critique of Rawls focuses on two broad points. The first one is Rawls theorizing the original position and the usability of the concept of veil of ignorance in real life scenarios. This is the first one, that is Rawls focusing on the original position and the usability of the concept of veil of ignorance in real life scenarios. The second one, Rawls' view of the atomistic individual. The communitarian challenges his individual point of view, where he says that the individual is prior to the community. The second point that the communitarians criticize is Rawls' view of the atomistic individual. The communitarian critique is led by four thinkers: Michael Sandel, Michael Walzer, Alasdair MacIntyre and Charles Taylor. We will look at Sandel's critique of Rawls in this video. So Sandel, in his book Liberalism and the Limits of Justice, which was published in 1982, examines Rawls' theory of justice on the following fronts. The first one, Rawls' understanding of the individual, calling it flawed. Sandel says that Rawls' understanding of the individual is flawed. Rawls' understanding of the relationship between the community and the individual is also flawed. The third point that Sandel makes is that the role and function of justice and the rights of the community are also misunderstood. So let's delve into Sandel's critique now. The first point that he makes is Rawls sees the individual or the self as prior to ends. Sandel says that this is inaccurate, as an individual does not see himself as a disembodied self from the community. I repeat, Rawls sees the individual as prior to the ends. Sandel says that this is inaccurate because as an individual he cannot see himself as disembodied from community. The individual identifies with his ends. Hence, the individual or the self cannot be prior to his ends. This is the unencumbered self. Unencumbered means free of all liability. I repeat, unencumbered means free of all liability. What Sandel means here is that an individual cannot be entirely free from responsibility to the community or attachment to the community, whereas Rawls' unencumbered self is free of liability and he is detached from the community. This is his base of the atomistic individual. The second critique that Sandel makes is Rawls' voluntaristic conception. Sandel says that Rawls' voluntaristic conception is flawed, as most individuals do not and cannot choose their ends. That is, not only is the self constituted by the ends, it does not choose its ends. We look at the communitarian idea of the situated self here. The self or individual from the communitarian point of view is embedded or situated in the community's traditions, values, priorities and mode of life. So the communitarian idea of situated self says that the self is not different from the community and cannot be detached from the community. The individual has grown through the community and his psychology is tainted with the community's traditions, values, priorities, mode of life, etc. Even his personality is heavily influenced by the community in which he is situated. This is the communitarian idea of situated self. As opposed to Rawls' understanding of the individual as the unencumbered self, the communitarians look at the individual as the situated self within the settings of the community. When we were looking at the unencumbered self, we understood that the unencumbered self is free of liability. That is, the individual is free from liability to the community. In the situated self concept of the communitarians, the individual is influenced by the community. His thoughts, learnings, temperament, ideologies, etc. are shaped at least in part by the community. He is not an isolated individual. The third point that Rawls makes, that Sandel makes against Rawls is that Rawls regards justice as the first virtue of the society. I repeat, Rawls regards justice as the first virtue of the society, while Sandel regards it as a remedial virtue. Sandel regards justice as a remedial virtue. In the modern world, the understanding of justice is as Sandel puts it, it is a remedial virtue. Rawls is more normative in his idea. He calls upon justice as the first virtue, based on which the entire society and its institutions must be organized. The fourth point that Sandel makes is that Sandel says that the need of the society comes prior to the need of the individual. Rawls, however, puts the needs of the individual before the needs of the community. Once again, Rawls holds a liberal view. The atomistic individual and his rights cannot be violated. Sandel, on the other hand, looks at the individual as being constituted through the community. This is Sandel's critique of Rawls. We'll look at Walser's critique in the next video. Thank you.